your ass, brother. But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are getting prepared for the show as we speak. Yes, we're running a little bit behind schedule, just an hour. Still getting the show. It's just an hour. Fortunately. So glad you're here. This is going to be great. What is today? 9/1/2020. September. Well, here we are. 2 months and a day. 60 days or so until we have our president back in action, Joe Biden. Wouldn't that be weird? Oh, my God. There's people out there who don't even know what Joe Biden is about. You know? Anyway, not a political show. I'm not going to get into making America great. Stupid Trump voice. I think I'm going to come out doing it. I look like I'm washed over. These lights just don't work like I thought they would be. Still guys in how many days? Nicole's going to be, 50? 40, 30? That wasn't nice. I didn't play nice right there. That wasn't nice at all. Not at all. I didn't mean it. I'm joking around. We don't need to know. Nobody need. Yeah. Why is that such a deal, right? Like, I grew up. Richie, never ask a girl how much she weighs. Never ask her how old she is, and never walk up to a woman and ask her, when are you due? I've done all three. You can't help it over life. You just can't. Over life, you're going to say the wrong thing when you're around people. Anyway, tonight, I don't know if you saw in the Fox News, National Enquirer, CNN, MSNBC, who knows, guy on a jetpack was seen flying around the LAX airport. Matter of fact, I did a report for third phase COVID, And I have it here. Let me see if it's done, ready to go. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to send it over to them. Hopefully they can squeak it into their show tonight that they're going to be putting together about this too, because there it goes, guys. There's the link. That's my 3 minutes and 29 seconds that I did 11 minutes ago. 11 minutes. I did. That's why we're late, because I had to do that. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I fell asleep. I said it. You want to know? I'll tell you. That's what happened. Honestly. I can't stand that this guy and his motorcycle every time. He must get off work. And my phone is dying next. Hold on a sec. Watch this, and then we'll come back and we'll do roll call.
Wait, no. What's his name? The one with the Alzheimer's.
You leaning any which way? It's coming up.
It is coming up. I'm gonna have to go Democratic,
But you don't know anything about Joe Biden?
That's true, I don't. But
Why would you vote for him?
if I'm gonna be honest with you, my mom just really doesn't like Donald Trump.
Do you guys know who the Democratic nominee is for this election cycle?
That's
It's
easy.
a female.
Kanye West. Yes, sir. I see you, Yeezy. What's going on? I love you. I need some Yeezy.
No, he's part of the birthday party.
Right.
I'm talking about the Democratic Party.
Oh, that's different.
It's a female,
Who is she?
but I don't know her name.
The female that's the Democratic nominee.
Right, and she's like Spanish.
It's not Kim Kardashian.
Who's the Democratic nominee? Do I have a bug on my face? You don't know who he is? It's a boy. He has white hair. First name starts with a J. Rhymes with Bo.
Joe Biden.
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 My God, Joe Biden. This is the future. Joe Biden. How does he say Biden? How do you not even think of? How can it not be? Yeah, we're gonna finish watching that. That bothers me.
There you go. Do you guys know who the Democratic nominee is for this election cycle?
Biden.
Biden. Okay. Can you?
Oh, well, news to me.
Yeah, it's Joe Biden. Do you know who he picked for VP?
Not a clue. He doesn't pick one yet, has he?
Yes.
Oh, he has? No, I have no clue.
Kamala Harris.
No idea.
Who is the Democratic nominee for this election cycle?
Wait, isn't that like the other president
Bill
who's running?
Clinton.
Isn't it like the other president that's running? Translation. Isn't that the other guy running for president?
Wait, no. What's his name? The one with the Alzheimer's. What? I just remember him passing out in the middle of a speech and not knowing where he was. And that's why my family isn't voting for him. Because if you want someone in the presidency where he's just going to be sitting there giving a speech and then he literally passes out, that's basically voting for the vice president because he's going to pass away soon. God bless. Rest in peace.
Who is the Democratic nominee?
Joe Biden
Okay.
and Kamala Harris.
Okay. Can you name 3 of his policy positions?
He will definitely help on
Nobody knows. All right. That's not fair. We'll do Trump someday. If he loses. All right. When you're the winner. Anyway, roll call. Pastor Will, I see you sneaking in. How you doing? What do you say? Tina Isola. I just changed your name. You're now Italian. Tina Isola. I don't know if you were or weren't. I'm just saying that. It's just my world. Niksha. Nathan Allen. Nathan Itzke. Nathan's Hot Dogs. How do you say? What do you be? Pastor Will. Didn't I say that? I thought I said that already. Didn't I say Pastor Will? Pastor Will. Yeah, I'm running on a different vibration tonight for those of you just tuning in. This isn't the normal. Yeah, there's something wrong. Seriously. Seriously. COVID. Seriously. Truth Seeker, Connor. Connor Truth Seeker. Hey, Brian Huthmacher. Huth? Well, some people, their name is so good. Like Stu Gerson. Stu Gerson is Stu Gerson. I mean, it's like, I'm not saying Stuart, it's Stu. And it says Stu because it's who he is. The name is so good. Where'd you go? Camera one. The name is so good, it doesn't need to be edited or changed. Right? Isn't that right? Man, the balcony looks weird. Nobody's up there. Everybody's still social distancing. Yeah, I mean, I could come up with the name, but it'll probably be your name. K. Kaylee. See, there you go. I can't change K. Kaylee. 2 Ks are better than 1, just like Nathan Itzke, Nathan Allen, and B. Baker. B. Baker's doesn't because 2 Bs are better than 1. See, just some of them are perfect. Brian, there is one thing that comes to mind when I think of your name. I swear to God. I'm not even making this up. I just did it. That's how I remembered. That's what I had a name for you as. In the movie Superman, who played Lex Luthor? And he would call over to his girlfriend, and her name was what? Miss Tessmacher? Well, whatever her name was, that's what I think when I see Brian Huthmacher. If I don't know if I'm saying it right. Anyway, I didn't want to say Brian Tessmacher. So, Huthmacher, it's original. And then I just said, all right, it's good enough. Capiche? All right. It's a one capiche show, ma. Haha. I told you. She's like, you're not doing your capiche thing anymore. Zach Dicast, Monsu. See, same thing. Some people just don't get the change. That's it. It's too good. Nicole, little Nikki G. See, it's a history. A little bit. A little bit. It's little. No, I didn't say little. I said it's little. There's a difference between this and this. Not much. Yeah, it's a difference. Nathan. Oh, I already said it. Coral Ann in the TV set. See, there's one that because Carol Ann's in the TV set. From Poltergeist. I need a drink. I don't drink alcohol, you crazy animals. Stu Garson's drink. It's coffee. What does this say today? Fu Manchu. I will. Thank you. I think that's next. I don't know. This doesn't grow the same in this little spot here. I don't know what did I do there. I think I cut the hair up, but how? That is weird. I'm telling you, I noticed it in a third phase video. But when I look in the mirror, I don't see that missing. Maybe it's the light. I don't know. That's all you're going to look at now. I just ruined the show. I can't even do this. Mr. Midnight, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Hey, Great Plains Drifter. Same thing. How you doing? FAP. All right, I have one for FAP finally. It just hit me. And this has taken a very long time. FAP QRS. I know. It's stupid. Well, we're still stuck on FAP then. Sorry. Thought I had it. Didn't sound good when I said it. Deep thought. Exactly. Welcome to the show. Never seen you. Happy to meet you. What else are we doing? What else are we doing tonight? The Jetpack Man, alien humanoid thing. Oh, yeah. Some sightings. There was a sighting somewhere. We're done. What are we going to keep doing this? It's the same names. Well, there's some new ones. Hey, Kay Kaylee with a super chat, super sticker, $2.99. There it is. Thank you very much. 2 Ks are better than 1. Kay Kaylee. Thank you, really. Appreciate it. It's pretty cool. Hey, goosh. Oh, that came in and there was 33 people. That's weird. Ooh, 2 3s are better than none. This is a weird show. I'm telling you something's wrong with me. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I don't know why I can't see straight. I look all washed over on the screen like I powdered my face or something. I mean, I really have. Never mind. All right. Yeah, I try to make sense of ufology. What do you think? I'm going to be normal? That's what I don't understand about you people. Well, this guy's Jimmy Church is somewhat normal. Jimmy Church is not a UFO hunter or a researcher. He's a radio guy. That's it. Nothing else. He's interested in the subject. But I want to be number 1s. I know. Richie? Oh. What else? This guy. I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, little J-Rod tonight. I'm very excited to say. What's this one from Third Phase? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is, it's 48 minutes. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Maybe we'll, watch 2-3 minutes. You can jump around in this story because it's old. Everybody here knows it. Yeah. All right. So maybe I'll play a couple of minutes. They have a video coming out tonight. Oh, you know what story I have not gotten to in 10 days? It's just sitting up here. I do want to talk about this. Maybe I did. Hold on. I don't remember. I remember reading it to me. I just saw Volador in here. The first time my dad ever heard someone talk about aliens and objetos volador no identificado. Or UFOs. When he was 13, one day in high school, an older student described a sighting to my dad. The first thing I thought was, this man looked like an alien to me. He was so out of the ordinary, blonde hair, white skin, blue eyes, in a sea of black bodies like mine. My dad recalls being told. Yeah, the talk with the older student validated a curiosity first sparked by a walk to school about 5 years prior on an empty road in Cristo Rey, a lower middle class industrial neighborhood in Santo Domingo, A ball of light the size of a car tire appeared about 80 to 100 feet above him. It pulsated, moved steadily, horizontally, and then away from him and vanished. I was paralyzed for like 30 seconds. I didn't understand what it was. I was so scared, he told me. I didn't tell anyone because no one would have believed me. He marks that day as the one that changed him forever. I started looking up all the time, looking at the sky, wondering. The guy's black, though. I know, I forgot. He had an accent. The story is about his dad when a person of color tries to fit in with UFO enthusiasts. Yeah. That was too funny to me. I can't stop laughing. Did I see a super chat? Joshua Morphew. Get some sleep, bro. Feel better. You know, let's all bow our heads in silence right now and thank Mr. Morphew for the $2 to the super chat. Hey, that's not funny. That's not nice. But it is a black man trying to fit in. So he's telling the story how he's trying to fit in with this crazy white-haired, blue-eyed, white-skinned guy talking about UFOs. Must have been hard back then. Thanks, Joshua. I almost just said Josh. I like it better. Yeah, man. OBS it's just so many more bells and whistles, you know. Over here you get a bell. You don't even get bells. You get a bell. Anyway, that's how much they give you on OBS. Comparatively to StreamYard, it's only a bell. Anyway, the guy, he says, for my dad, a black teen growing up poor in the Dominican Republic, trying to learn everything he could about ET life, proved nearly impossible. There was no extra money to buy books and no reliable public transportation to Biblioteca Nacional Pedro Henrique Llorina. Why can't they just put it in a language I can speak? You don't need to get all fancy. But Richard, it is a capital name. It has meaning. You cannot change its heritage. Come on. It's the internet. You know you can do anything. Well, anyway, his dad, he couldn't get to the place where he could study UFOs. Very poor. And his religious household of Seventh-day Adventists with a belief system that classified alcohol, tattoos, piercings, and rock music as satanic inhibited him. I like this guy. It's my type of guy. If you do something wrong, what? Oh, if you do something wrong, I would often hear, the devil is coming for you, he told me. It made me fearful of being curious and asking questions, his father told him. So his father lived in a household that if you study or listen to rock and roll, you enjoy. Hey, you want to have a good time? Can't. That's devil shit. Nobody has a good time. Life is miserable. How dare you? How dare you listen to? What did they listen to back then? How old was he? What year? 59? Yeah. 60s. But by 19, paychecks from his job at a bank allowed him to buy books on UFOs, aliens, the Bermuda Triangle. He watched local and international news, which is where he first learned about the alien abduction of Freddie Miller, who disappeared in Santo Domingo in 1959, then reappeared in 1973. Did you know about this guy? Freddie Miller? Well, it wasn't until his move into America in 1991 that his father's curiosity, and by extension, my own, truly took root. Growing up in the Segura alien household meant family trips to Barnes & Noble to buy books on astronomy, physics, Area 51, and government cover-ups. By 11, I could discuss things like the reptilian conspiracy theory, which alleged the government around the world were controlled by aliens disguised as humans, as easily as I could discuss Steely Dan, my father's favorite band, and the soundtrack to our reading and talking about outer space. Oh, what a great little relationship they had. That was like me and my father. Hey, Richie. Yeah. You see the UFO out there? Where? Over there. Turn around. Hey, goosh, pie in the face. That's what I grew up with. I got scars on the inside. I'm joking, I know. It's a joke. He never know. God, no. It felt like that, though. It felt like it. Pie in the face. Back then, damn, in the 70s, a pie in the face. That started in the 60s, didn't it? On TV. Pie in the face. I never thought it was funny. Ever. Ever. How is that funny? I never understood it my whole life. How is a pie in the face funny? I'll tell you when. And you're going to agree with me. A pie in the face was funny the first time it happened. The first time you saw it. After that, it's a pie in the face. I get it. Oh, the person gets stunned. Oh, they're curious, wiping it away. Oh, they're tasting it. Ha, ha, ha. Played out. Stop with the pie in the face. Pie in the sky? Thinking of you. I can. You can hear me swallow. That is the worst sound on the planet. I know you're mad. I forgot to hit the mute button. I apologize. That was very disgusting. Do you know that's my biggest pet peeve? Who was I telling? Nikki? I think I told you that. It's my biggest pet peeve. Hearing somebody, or was it Missy? I think it was. Yeah, hearing people, like when they do interviews. Oh, yeah, it was Missy. And they have the microphone like right here. And it was this old man. And I don't know what was with him. He may have had a lozenge in his mouth. You know, that's like a piece of candy for some people. And, you know, old people get dry mouth, I guess. So he keeps a lozenge in there to keep salivating. And the guy was literally swallowing as he spoke. I've never seen anything like it. And you can just hear it. And I'm wearing earbuds and I'm like, oh, God, it's the worst. It's the worst. Please make it stop. So I couldn't listen to the interview. I tried. I gave it 8-9 minutes. I mean, that was long. Because the first time I heard him swallow was immediately. And then I said, oh, boy, if that's going to keep up. As soon as you hear a swallow at the beginning of an interview, forget it. I'm already disappointed I heard that swallow. Like I say, ufologists are unhinged. There it is. I don't know if I'm a ufologist. What would I call myself? I guess I am. I do, but I don't study the history of ufology. I just happen to know it because I've been in it long enough. You know, it's not like I go out of the way. I used to, but I don't anymore. I think I read everything, but I don't know everything. You think you do. And the next thing you know, you don't. Anyway, this black man is having a very interesting experience trying to fit in to ufology. It's because it's all white people. It's that damn white privilege. See what I did there? I made this so current right now. Shut up. I can't help it, guys. I told you I'm not myself. Something is wrong. And I don't know if it's a bad thing. You ever have it to where you feel like you're looking through someone else's eyes as you? So it's like deja vu in reverse almost. You know, deja vu is like hearing something for the second time. Like, you heard it, but it's happening as they're speaking or things are happening. This is a little different. It is. It's bizarre. What's that? I thought I saw something pop up. DB Cooper with a $5 super chat. $5, $5, $5. First person who pied someone was hilarious. It has. It's been mediocre ever since. See, I told you, because it's the same pie. Well, what are you going to do? One day you're going to hit Lucille Ball and her big red hair gets full of all this cream puffy stuff. Back then they used real pies, though. Thanks for the $5. They used to use real pies. Now, because people were getting injured. Hello? You throw a pie at 20 miles an hour. You could cut somebody with that aluminum tray or even a piece of crust get in your eye. Now they just use like whipped cream, more or less, right? Yeah. Some sort of cream. It's very fluffy, which also would be dangerous because there really is no give. It's almost like shaving cream. You just go right down to the core. There's no buffer, really. So, I don't know, man. You want to get a pie of... And that's what our society has become. Not only are they saying you just got a pie in the face when they know it's cream, they're lying about what they're being hit in the face with. You just got creamed. Better yet, you just got whipped creamed. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't work. So we have to lie. It's got to be one word. You can't have two. Anyway, back to this black guy trying to fit in with the white guy. It's all whole culture shock. He says, alien pictures my father drew and painted. Aliens with white skin, long arms, black eyes, and a grimace. Creatures with pointed ears and fangs lined the walls of our home. What a psychopath. Who the fuck? You draw aliens, make it the wallpaper? That is so Jeff Woolwine. He drew an alien race with... this is where the inspiration... I bet you this guy was on the board of directors for the Denver International Airport on the paintings, the murals, all the artwork. That's this guy. You could just tell. He drew an alien race with long arms and slanted eyebrows titled The Pamilions for my younger sister, Pamela, who by age 13 was convinced she would be abducted by extraterrestrials. It was only a matter of when. Man, this guy, his fascination with ufology and his daydreaming about what it would be like if aliens and disclosure took place on Earth. He's actually living life as if disclosure happened. Telling his children, my God, you're going to get abducted as soon as you hit puberty. You're going to love it. Love it. They take your eggs out. Yeah, they take your eggs out, not the guy. They put him in. But the girl, yeah, they take, what do they take? One egg? Couple of eggs? You only get so many of those things. You know? Freaking aliens. That guy, that black guy was so obsessed. He said his dad would become so rapt watching the History Channel's UFO files and Ancient Aliens that my sister and I weren't allowed to ask him questions until an episode was over. Still, I wondered how many aliens exist. Where do they live? How do they live? Where, why, like me, listening to their fathers talk about life beyond the world and what they saw. It was during an episode of Ancient Aliens that my father first heard about MUFON, an organization of alien enthusiasts who study alleged UFO sightings. I know you probably can't hear it, but I can. The microphone, it blocks it out. Trust me, that's loud. In 2015, he became a member of MUFON. See where this is going? You see what they did? As a shy man, local chapter meetings never appealed to him, but as a truck driver on the road 5 to 6 days a week, whether in Tuchannock, Pennsylvania, or North Carolina, he connected to a hub of others who shared his unusual theories. It offered a refuge company. MUFON allowed my dad to feel like he belonged, no matter where he was originally from. Well, that's really nice, actually. Then in 2018, Newsweek reported on a wave of resignations within MUFON after John Ventry, the state director for the organization's Pennsylvania chapter, one of the largest in the country, posted on his personal Facebook that white men in America were being attacked by illegal affirmative action and interracial couples in every show and commercial. Despite apologizing the day after his post, Ventry resigned as state director. I don't hate anybody. I apologize for what I said, he told Newsweek. I'm feeling like because I'm a 60-year-old white man, I'm getting totally unfairly attacked here. The fallout continued. MUFON board members and other chapter leaders resigned after learning of MUFON's ties to J.Z. Knight, an author and New Age teacher who, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, has made derogatory comments about Mexicans, LGBTQ people, Catholics, and Jews. It's very disappointing to me to hear about these people, and the organization should be more careful, my dad told me. But I'm not going to move away from a place where I'm able to get access to a world that I love. All right. Well, you can stay. My father cherished the digital space this organization allotted him, and with my encouragement, was even considering attending local chapter meetings after he retired. But after learning about Ventry and Knight, I was worried. I wondered if MUFON was actually not safe, not a sanctuary for a black man like him. So I went to a meeting myself. He went to Windsor Locks, Connecticut, 2 hours north of New York City, and home to just 13,000 people. The town, according to MUFON, has one of the highest numbers of reported UFO sightings in America. On a Saturday, I joined about 70 members, almost entirely white, at a pizzeria to discuss sightings that had occurred nearby and hear a psychic talk about the secret space program called Solar Warden. Solar Warden is a program based in Delgren, Virginia, run by the U.S. Navy that is responsible for monitoring all traffic in our solar system. The psychic told us, as people around the table nodded knowingly, it was developed in the 60s and 70s and deployed by Earth governments to protect Earth from hostile aliens. Once the meeting was over, I wanted to talk to some members, many of whom have been attending for years. There was Pat, a woman in her 60s, with bright red hair and married to another member, Mike. I met Mickey, an intense man who ranted about my iPhone giving me cancer and how aliens were at the very moment all around us. Their technology is so advanced, We wouldn't even be able to see him, he said. It's so funny. I love that. And then there was Jeffrey P. Whittam, who calls himself the Woods Walker and believes that there is evidence of alien habitation in the forests of Connecticut. Although many were fervent in their attempts to convince me that the government was poisoning Americans through spacecraft, a common belief shared by all the members I talked with. Not one of them seemed racist. They all seemed to enjoy gathering and creating a space where they could express their obscure thoughts about life beyond our world. It's a beautiful time. I swear to God. I think I'm going to be a little queasy. Well, anyway, after those initial greetings with members, I eventually worked up the nerve to ask everyone I talked with if they were familiar with Ventry and other allegations of racism within MUFON. They all said no. Everyone is welcome here, no matter what you look or like or whatever you believe, Pat said. COVID. Ugh. I left presently surprised by the camaraderie I found. It felt almost spiritual. I wanted to return with my father to introduce him to a space that he has only known digitally, but that proved more welcome than I expected. On the ride back home to the Bronx, my thoughts about my father had become clear. I guess I've always known that he's brilliant. He can play instruments, write songs, knows a lot about history, excels in math. Aliens are just one of the many facets of who he is, but what if he had arrived in America sooner, before marriage, before kids, and had the resources my sister and I enjoyed? Would he have been an astronomer, written sci-fi, worked for NASA? That night, I told him about the MUFON meeting and the people I'd met. He seemed relieved and happy because there I was, over 50 years after he fell in love with space, enthusiastically rambling on about government cover-ups, UFOs, and ET life. They've got a Skywatch in the spring, and I'm invited, I told him. Let's go and look up at the sky together. We made love that night, my father and I. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's a pretty cute story. Pretty cute. I thought it was going to end a little differently, to be honest with you. I didn't read all the way to the end. But that's a great question, too. I really thought about as I was reading that. There's a lot of racial tension in this world right now. So I hope ufology doesn't fall into that category, the paranormal altogether, as far as and you know what it is about being a paranormal researcher, pretty much. We don't give a shit about what you look like, where you come from, where you been. All we want you to do is do the research the right fucking way. That's all I care about. Do it the right way. Be a critical thinker. Nobody likes stupid. Nobody likes arrogance, egos. Of course. Goes without saying. Know who you are and just be you. And do the research the right way. I'm pretty sure MUFON isn't a racist organization. It just so happens that, like a lot of things in this United States, I would say, not the world, a lot of things are dominated by white people for some reason or another. I guess it's the history, and that's all it was at one time. White people ran everything. So it's taking several generations to level the playing field, I guess. And some of these old timers don't want to let go of that tradition for whatever reason. Who knows? Sickness, it's mental, I don't know. Hey, maybe they got to keep the reptilian bloodline in order. Didn't mention that in that story. All right. I'm not going to let you hear this, but it's true. David Icke talked about the reptilians for a decade, right? Probably longer. Why has he stopped talking about them? Because too much woo. A little too much woo. See, you didn't get to hear that. I did the right thing. I would imagine it would be, especially back in the early 60s, late 50s, around, well, 50s, racism was pretty bad. And that's why Betty and Barney Hill, such a great alien abduction story, because they're, multiracial couple in America at that time was extremely rare, let alone married. I would have to say Barney would probably be the first known black abductee. And wouldn't Betty be the first white woman before a white man was abducted? Well, reported. Right? Wouldn't they be the first officially? I have seen racism in ufology. I've talked about it. I mentioned who it was. I want to mention it now, but I'm not. But somebody seemed to act different around white people than Hispanic people, like himself. See, I don't even know. What do you say, Mexican? Is he? I don't think he was Mexican. Can't say that. He's Hispanic. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, it was very difficult to watch. Such a stupid field. The whole paranormal thing, it's just weird. It's personalities. I anytime you have a group of people, never mind. It's just the way it is in this field. It's like a clique, sort of. I mean, if somebody likes you, they'll take you in, of course. They don't like you, you don't get in. But some people won't let you in unless you can do something for them. And that's not what research is about. Just because you have something I need or want and asking you to share with me doesn't mean I have something for you. Although I guess it would be common courtesy, but why do I always have to owe favors, Yeah. You do this for me, you owe me one. No. Now I say no. And so don't say, hey, nobody does that, to be honest with you. Okay, it's happened. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's probably 12 years since that. Yeah, it's been a long time. I was asking for help to save my website. And the guy says, if you mail it, I'll take a look at it. I said, I don't know who you are. Oh, no, I can help you out. I'm like, I don't know you. Going to send my computer halfway across America? I've got people in the state. I can go to the And which is what I did. Went to those people at Best Buy. Anyway, whatever. I don't know where I'm going anymore. Journalism, ufology. We just want you to do it right. We don't care who you are, and that's the way it should be. It should just be, you know, what are you bringing to the table? Why? And you know what? Nobody is ever held accountable in this field. You can get away with a lot of stuff. Jaime Maussan. How many times did that guy break the law and not get thrown in jail? Anybody else going to jail? Maybe because it's like archaeology? Just doesn't mean that much. I don't know. It's weird how he gets away with it. No, it's because who I know. They got clout, you know. I got a lot of money. Yeah, I know. Of course you do. Of course you do. Did you see Rubio? Did you see the interview? Yeah, let me pull it up. Nope, that's not it. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Yeah, you know, you guys, I don't know how long I'm going to make it through tonight, but I'm going to try to get to several things right now, and I'm going to move along quickly. I am, as soon as I find it, damn it. Oh, come on. I can't find the story. I'm telling you, I'm really like, because I know I make a list, I put it in the thing where everything's in a file. I know I put it there. My God, I'm just. I'm looking in the history here because I know I looked at it. So that's what I'm doing. This doesn't look right. Something's wrong here too. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, actually, I don't know. David Blaine's show is at 5:30 in the morning, my time, Pacific, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And he's going to be holding on to a bunch of balloons and lifted to a certain altitude, very dangerous. And then he's going to put on the parachute after a certain amount of time. I don't know exactly the details. He will then come down to earth. It's pretty wild stuff. I am freaking out, man. I think what happened is some of this stuff is on Facebook, and I think it's on YouTube. So I think I just realized that. So let me pull it up here. I think this might be it. What I'm looking for. Today would be good if you can show me. There we go. No, that's not it. No. No. I bet you it's over here. Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. It's been rare lately. Hey, we've had a good run, right? Had a lot of organizations with the show. Everything was going good for a while. Shit happens. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Thank you, little Richie G. This is from Mystery Wire on YouTube. It's coming. It's coming. In 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The Intel Committee's push for more information from the Pentagon. How did the subject first get into your radar screen? And did you make inquiries after the December 2017 story in the New York Times?
Yeah, I mean, when people talk about that topic, it's always, I think we're talking about space aliens or something like that. I mean, for me, it has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with a very simple fact, and that is that there are things flying over our military installations, and the military doesn't know what they are. And so anytime you have things flying over a military installation and you don't know what they are, that immediately raises issues of counterintelligence, and that immediately raises issues of national security. And so my view of it is that we have...
You see, that bothers me. Don't you think it's a cash grab? Cash grab. Don't you think it is? They're just trying to get a lot of funds for the military. That's it. You make it sound like a threat when it isn't. They're just observing. Let me ask you this. I'm going to say this, give this example, knowing the answer is going to be the right and wrong answer. Watch. So if a bird flies in your general area, is that a threat? Yeah, because he could take a poop on your head, bomb you. Now I get it.
Something that
Stupid,
we need to know
right?
the answer to. The American public deserve to know as much as possible about it.
Of course we
shouldn't
do.
allow the stigma associated with the term UFO.
Oh, it's such a stigma. Oh, God forbid you got a couple of UFOs in there. And he's saying it's not about UFOs. We hate UFOs. We don't think it's UFOs. We know it's not aliens. We're just talking about objects that we don't understand where they come from. You see what I'm saying? That's all we're worried about. Who? No, we don't know who. Could be, but we don't know for sure. The threat? Well, they're in our airspace. So you own the air? No. We own the dividing line. Capiche? Anything that goes against that, go over the line, hover over our area. We have a right to know what you're doing in there, just like you have the right to know if anything is in your airspace. Is there? Of course. But we don't think it's harmful. Well, you're just an idiot, because this is exactly what's wrong with people in ufology. What's that? Oh, this isn't wrong. This isn't wrong. There's nothing wrong. I'm joking. I pulled this out there. I almost pulled it out. That's what she said. Anyway, I'll continue this, and I'll try to shush her.
Keep us from trying to answer that question. At the end of the day, if these are things that are potentially endangering our national security and could cause an accident, in terms of crashing into something that's up there. So I don't know what.
Why does it have to be? Why can't the UFOs be coming around, planting trees, giving us cleaner oxygen? Why can't we imagine that? What are they doing in our airspace? Well, maybe they're pumping in some really good oxygen or whatever. Maybe they're dropping seeds. Maybe they're testing the water in the ocean, tagging our fish and our mammals. Well, not with our authority. Not with our authority. Giddy up.
They are, and that's the problem. They don't either. So we need to have an answer to it, and the American public deserves to know. And we can't let the stigma of UFOs and space alien stuff keep us from answering
Stop saying stigma as if it's the worst thing that could ever happen to what you're doing.
that question.
Is it possible the objects shown in the 3 videos are explainable as misidentified phenomenon as birds or flares, or did you hear something enough supporting information to convince you that the unknown objects are advanced, intelligently controlled aircraft of unknown origin?
Well, that's the key question, right? And the answer is they don't know. And it could. I mean, again, the logic would tell you that when it's all said and done, if you really look at it carefully, it'll turn out to be something that's easily explainable. But they don't know that. They can't say that to us right now. And so rather than guess or speculate or dismiss it, I think we need to have an answer to it. We don't want to wake up one day and realize that some adversary has taken some significant technological leap forward that we were caught unaware of. We don't want to wake up to that news. We don't want to wake up to the news that there was an accident because someone was flying some sophisticated drone over a military facility, and now some F-35 is in the water.
We would have already known. Come on, man. Do you think we're that stupid, guys? They think we're stupid. They do. Don't you think the Americans have spies? China, Russia. Don't you think China has spies in Russia, America? Don't you think Russia has spies in China and America? They know what we have. We know what they have. I don't buy that we need to get this massive security system. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up cameras all over the world. But we're going to start with the United States, right? We're going to use that Starlink that, what's his name's using? What's his name? Neon? Anyway, Neon Tusk. He's got these satellites. We're going to tap into those, and we're going to protect the United States, and we're going to figure this one out. We're going to figure it out. Don't you think they would have done that already? What technology are they going to come up with that all of a sudden they're going to be able to detect these objects and figure it out? You haven't been able to figure it out for 70 years, you putz. It's a cash grab. Nikki G's right. Nicole Sackage. It's the beginning of the cash grab. Let's get this. Let's have everybody thinking we're doing it for this, but we're going to do it for this. Everybody, look over there. See the aliens? And then they take off, run the other way. It's the old Marty McFly. What the hell is that? You heard it. He said it. I didn't say he said it. This guy. He doesn't want that stigma of ufology with this at all. We don't know what it is. We don't know what they're doing. It's not about aliens. It isn't at all about aliens. So stop saying it. Do you know where they come from? No. We don't know who it is. Is it our adversaries maybe? I don't know. They shouldn't have this type of technology. That's what I know. Do you know where they can? I just told you I don't know if they got them or not, but do you think it's off-world? No, it's not off-world. Can we please stop trying to drag me back into the UFO terminology, please? But it fits in perfectly, Rubio. It fits in so nicely. I digest. It has nothing to do with aliens.
And the pilot is dead. We don't want any of those problems. And so that's why I think we need to take this seriously and not view this as some sort of, kooky alien.
What an asshole. You, sir, are an asshole.
And not view this as some sort of, kooky alien thing. There's nothing to do with aliens. View this as some sort of, kooky alien thing. There's nothing.
What a dick. What a dick.
View this as some sort of, kooky alien thing. There's nothing to do with aliens for me. It has to do with national security.
So just say that. You don't have to say, oh, it's some kooky alien thing. What a dick. Come on. If that isn't a dick move, I don't know what isn't. Wait, what? If that isn't a dick move, then I don't know what is. That is a dick move. Why would he say that? Because everybody was trying to make it that. Don't you think that's what they're trying to do? Isn't that what Rubio is trying to get the document signed for so they can get some shit released? I'm a little confused.
Is it possible that the UAPs in the video are part of some other classified program being developed by the U.S. military, or do you rule out the possibility that some branch of our military developed these machines?
Well, I would say that if that was the case, then we probably wouldn't be talking about it in the way that we are now, since we know the answer to the question. So I think that answers that. I mean, if we knew what they were, we'd find a different way to discuss it. And so but you certainly wouldn't see this sort of demand for more attention to be paid because we know the answer.
Is there bipartisan support for?
Lots of blinking, lots of licking of the lips. This guy is definitely deception all the way.
Formal investigation of UAP, and are your colleagues on Intel as supportive of the task force as you are?
Yeah, I think it's certainly not a partisan issue. I think there's different levels of interest in it. Obviously, look, I mean, the stigma, it starts out with the fact that a lot of pilots for a long time wouldn't even report on these things because they were told, now you need to go see the flight surgeon to check your head, so people just decided, oh, they're going to think I'm crazy. I'm not going to report on it. And I think some of that seeps into the politics. I mean, no one ever wants to be accused of being a person that's out there sort of chasing these things that have been the realm of science fiction for such a long time. But I remind everybody, I want you to put aside all that stuff that people talk about, extraterrestrials and all that. This is a very simple equation for me. There are things flying over our military installations. We don't know what they are or where they're from. We don't know if it's some other country that's doing it, and we need to know the answer to that question. Simple. That's what it's about. I'm not going to expect.
I'm telling you, I want to literally wreck this entire studio and throw it out the window. It makes me mad. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to be respectful towards ufology, and that's sad. I don't know if you hear the horn honking outside.
Speculate about what it is. I'm not going to try to guess. I'm not going to fall into all these traps, conspiracy theories. We just need to know the answer to that question.
Last one on UFO. The president has made a few public statements about it. Have you spoken to him on this subject? And if so, what can you tell us about the conversation?
No, I haven't spoken to him about this. Again, I mean, this is being handled by the Department of Defense and the intelligence agencies and others. And but I have not spoken to him about this.
We don't know what they are. They're flying over our military installations. We have to know what they are. Let me ask you a question, guys. What harm have the objects caused? What have they done to these military installations that nothing? No, Rich, you're wrong. They started the countdown sequence. One time, maybe. They don't do it all the time. It may have happened once, maybe twice. I only know of one story where they actually started that sequence. But if it was a threat, they would have shown harmful intentions. That's what I don't understand. Well, they're in our airspace. They're getting close to our airplanes and whatnot. Have they hit the airplanes? No, but they're awfully close. But they haven't hit them. No, but they're threatening. Really? They shot a laser beam at the airplanes? No, they just got close. So no tractor beams, no. No teleportations? No. They just flew close. Okay. How close? Within 100 feet? Okay. Any closer? Well, no. Okay. But the one pilot said it got really close to his window and he could feel the warmth from the light. That's just a great story. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So what was the threat? They could burn them. That's a pretty big leap there, just from feeling the warmth of the glowing alien UFO to it's going to incinerate them because of the warmth of the glow of the UFO. That's a pretty big leap there, Rubio. Well, we don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we do. They're just flying around. If they want to take you out, they'll take you out. What are they waiting for? Why do the aliens, if they're going to take us out, what are they waiting for? There's no need to wait. There's no need to wait. Well, we got to make this human just a little bit smarter. We got to have the average human weight just 1 more gram. No. We need their IQs 10 points higher. No. Oh, I hate it. I hate this thing about the threat. I hate it. Greer hates it too and says it's all bullshit. It's all to get money for the military industrial complex. Is that what, right? Isn't that what he says? Secret. That's why, it's $50 for a hammer instead of 10. No, I'm sorry. $500 for a hammer. $50 for a nail. Independence Day. Think. So this jetpack was seen flying around LAX, and 2 pilots saw the humanoid, the guy on a jetpack, man. Here, listen to this. This is freaking amazing. You're going to love it. No, really. This is unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, too bad. You're going to listen now. This is amazing. These are the pilots talking about it. Well, you'll hear the communications. That's it. But it's good. It's worth it. You'll see. Come on. There we go. Hey, you don't need it any bigger.
You're not using too much.
Oh, come on, Rich.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so soft, you'll have to remind your family they can use less.
Your sister's ass. All right. 3, 2, it goes.
Confirms to me that 2 separate flight crews report what, quote, appeared to be a man in a jetpack as they prepared to land at LAX. The pilot sounded quite certain, as you can hear for yourself.
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997, okay, thank you. Were they up to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
Okay, American 1997.
That's right. Sunday evening on final approach to LAX, an American Airlines pilot reports, quote, a guy in a jetpack. A second pilot, believed to be a SkyWest flight, confirms a third pilot was on the lookout.
We just saw the guy pass by us jetpack.
JetBlue 23, use caution. Person in a jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet, 10-mile final.
JetBlue 23, we're heard and we are definitely looking.
You believe the pilot?
Absolutely, I believe the pilot. There's no question in my mind that American pilot was very definitive about what he saw out his window.
Retired pilot and aviation safety expert Steve Cowell says this could be a misguided stunt.
Even the most technologically advanced jetpacks can only fly very briefly. So it's possible this person may have gone up and then come down and then driven away.
We've all seen images of jetpacks, typically used for fun, over water for tourists, but not too high off the ground. But 3,000 feet in the paths of jets landing at LAX?
Whoever was operating, if it is a jetpack, this was a crazy place to be.
A second retired pilot and aviation expert Fox 11 consulted also gave the American Airlines pilot the benefit of the doubt, adding if this was in fact a jetpack, it was incredibly dangerous.
The danger is that, God forbid, if they would have hit this object, whatever it was, could get sucked into the engine at low altitude. That could cause a considerable damage to the aircraft passengers, not considering the person that was in the jetpack.
The FAA is investigating, only saying this is, quote, an unverified report, only adding it was a pilot doing the reporting when Fox 11 pressed for answers. They've also notified the LAPD. So far, an unsolved mystery, summed up by one pilot this way.
Only in LA.
Only in LA. Now, it's unclear, Alex and Christine, exactly what's going to happen going forward, because the FAA says they turned this over to the LAPD Air Support Division. The LAPD Air Support Division says they did not get a report. American Airlines won't talk to me. They say talk to the FAA. So research has shown that jetpacks can go up to maybe 6,000 feet, but anyone that would have the technological capability and the money to do something like that would certainly not do it on the flight path into LAX. So definitely more to come on this solved mystery.
What did he say? This is important.
Only in LA.
Watch.
Only in LA. Now, it's unclear, Alex and Christine, exactly what's going to happen going forward, because the FAA says they turned this over to the LAPD Air Support Division. The LAPD Air Support Division says they did not get a report.
So the FAA lied or haven't sent it over yet to the LA Air Support Police.
Air Support Division says they did not get a report. The LAPD Air Support Division says they turned this over to the LAPD Air Support Division. The LAPD Air Support Division says they did not get a report. American Airlines won't talk to me. They say talk to the FAA. So,
wow, man, you're getting the runaround, Jack. Runaround, Jack. Do you see why people? Do you see how things can be misconstrued? Now we got a conspiracy. Why do we have a conspiracy? Because they said they turned it in to the tactical team or whatever, the police. They said they never received it. Well, that maybe it got lost in translation, but these guys here, and I learned this from Dave Scott, these guys here, these reporters, if they're around in the area getting that report, they don't write shit down. They have little recorders that record everything. So I'm pretty sure that it's an accurate, and you would hope it would be, an accurate story on how the paperwork somehow didn't make it to its destination for the investigation into the jetpack guy. So if there's any future updates, maybe Third Phase will have it later. They're gonna showcase it. Maybe somebody else is gonna talk about it other than me. But it is interesting. What if it looked like a guy on a jetpack wearing a jetpack? What if it was them? The aliens. Why can't it be? People are recording humanoids all the time. Oh. Do not mix humanoids and guys on jetpacks up, because all of the humanoids are balloons. I believe that. Even my own, the one that I saw through the binoculars that looked like it was made out of metal, Maybe because I was still new. Well, not really at that point, but I would think I'd be able to tell the difference between a balloon and a machine. But damn it, it sure looked like balloons too. It's a very confusing. So then you have to say, well, what makes sense, Rich? A guy in a jetpack was around your area for 27 minutes and you recorded it, or your video, which looks like other humanoid balloon videos, maybe it's just balloons and you were too biased against your own footage. That's possible. That's why I always say it's good to have somebody to bounce stuff off. Bounce stuff off of, because you are going to fall in love with your research. You're going to think you're right every single time, and without anybody to keep you grounded and see things that you can't see for whatever reason. You need that. You need actually more than one person to bounce things off of. But over time, you can be good enough. You don't need anybody. But it's always nice to get that verification. Anyway, I don't know what's up in the air over LAX. I say it's a stunt and nobody's going forward because they're afraid of being arrested. I don't know. Anyway, hold on, because I've got something here. Tomorrow, I am going to go back and look at the Brown Mountain Lights. And I am also going to talk about, I don't think I can. I think I'll do it tomorrow. Wreaking Havoc, John, who was on the show last week with me in Dark Hour Paranormal. He sent me some video because he said he was going to get a camera and set up and try to catch stuff. And he has already. I don't know what I'm looking at. I got to tell you, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know. Maybe this guy may actually have evidence of what looks like some sort of apparition. Maybe not. Like it's an energy. But then again, I don't know. I have to talk to him. I need more information. So, that I want to talk to him about. And tomorrow probably we'll look at some new evidence with his permission, of course. All right, let me get to more show here because we're moving along. What is this? Oh. I'm just going to show you. So, I don't get it. Yesterday, I talked about egos. And there are people in this field who have an ego because I think it's just in their personality. And Ryan Sprague is on the very short list of assholes with egos. There's something about him that is so, is it disingenuous? There's something about him that screams fake. He's fake. He's not real. He's not genuine. He's disingenuous. Anyway, I found this.
The US government is creating a new task force to investigate UFO sightings. It comes just months after the Pentagon declassified 3 videos captured by Navy pilots showing unidentified flying objects. It's exciting news for Ryan Sprague, who has spent years interviewing people who've had encounters with UFOs. Earlier today, I spoke to him about what he thinks the task force could uncover. Ryan Sprague, thank you for joining the latest. The fact that the US government created a new UFO task force, does this mean?
There he goes. Always with the eyes, I've noticed this crazy lunatic. This guy is, and I'm not saying this because I don't like him. I'm telling you this because this is what I see. This is why I don't like him. He's making fun of all of us. He doesn't give a shit. This is a joke. And he's going to say there's no way. I have TV shows. I'm in documentaries. Yeah, you don't give a shit. All you care about is being popular. All you care about is making that money. He's making money. He's definitely making some money. I don't know about a lot of it. And I don't have proof that he is making any money. But damn it, why else would Ryan Sprague, the guy who lies about who he is and what he's about, never mind.
They know more than we think.
That's a very good question.
That's a very good question. I'm a closeted gay guy. Yes, I am. Allegedly. And I don't know why anybody would think I'm gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. So why is that a joke anyway? Hello, let's burn down some cities. Holla.
That's what we're hoping for. And the fact that we live in a world.
Come on. Is it that it's not that? I mean, he's married. But I'm telling you. And here's his wife, by the way.
Who've had encounters with UFOs.
I think that's his wife, I was told. It's Betty Rubble and Barney Rubble. She's attractive. Good for her to get a little toy to play with every now and then. God, it must break down every now and then. You know, it doesn't work. It can't figure out why. It just won't be attracted to her. Look, no matter where you go, holla, ha ha, I hate this guy.
Changed dramatically. You know, for 70 plus years, it was filled with stigma and
For 70 plus years, it was filled with stigma. And Spartan 1 and Spartan 2 were just two fellas down in the cold darkness of Antarctica. Oh, I'm sorry, I was drifting. Who am I? Did I do that?
and little green men in flying saucers. But now that the governments around the world are taking it seriously, that says something. So the entire landscape of this conversation has changed. And I think we're going to
see he can't even be himself. That's what I'm saying. Look where I paused it. I didn't know. I mean, that's who he is right there. That's Ryan Sprague. That's him in a nutshell, in a nut job.
See a lot more of that as time goes on, that something's happening in our skies and we cannot explain it.
So let's talk about your latest book. What made you focus on individuals who've had UFO experiences?
So for me, you know, the U.S. government and other governments are looking at military.
Oh my God, they're looking at military. It's just, I've got a little vocal fry. I'm extremely effeminate. I'm married. Hello. Ugh, God, I swear to God, these people. I don't know why people think I'm gay. I just don't get it. I don't. I swear to God, I don't. That's Ryan. Whatever. Can't stand it. I had to play it. It's just, it irritates me when somebody is awful. Look, it's just my opinion. Okay. It's my opinion. I don't have to like what you like. You don't have to like what I like. I get it. I understand. I just, if you can't see it, I'm talking about the insincerity, the lack of real care for the community. Look, I don't know. I didn't break bread with the guy, nor will I ever. I doubt it. So I don't know him personally, but the persona that, you know, this little person gives off is one that I perceive, just like people perceive me as being an asshole. They think, I'm mean. I'm just having fun. I see things in my mind. I see things that are wrong, and I like to bring the attention forward because of my insecurities, because it's me. I make jokes, I just try to put it off as funny because I care. I actually like Ryan. I secretly am in love with Ryan. No, never happened. All right. Is he going to go to? No. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Third phase. All right, let's go. Let's go to the J-Rod. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Damn it. I may go a little longer tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Damn it. It's already playing. Come on, Rich. Thank you, third phase. What the hell is this?
Please
third
help
phase.
me welcome Michael Schratt.
What the hell is this?
Thanks a lot.
What's this open minds bullshit?
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, how you doing,
first
Mike?
of all, I want to thank Open Minds for giving me the opportunity to join all of you today. And what I'd like to do for you this morning is give you a brief overview of Project Aquarius and give you some specific details regarding the interaction that Dr. Dan Burish had with an extraterrestrial called J-Rod. And we've got some very quick announcements before we begin here. Number one, the information, drawings, and illustrations highlighted in this presentation originated from directly the testimony and direction of Dr. Dan Burish. So in other words, I didn't make this up. This comes directly from Dr. Dan Burish. He will be available after this presentation to address all your questions. And number two is a disclaimer. The drawings and computer-generated forensic composite illustrations shown in this presentation do not conform 100% to Dr. Dan and Marcy's testimony or descriptions and should be considered strictly as a visual aid, specifically designed
I'm going to play this for a second because I don't think this is the video I wanted.
to give the general public an overall idea of what the S4 facility looked like. So in other words, I didn't get this 100% correct. There are some minor errors here and there in the renderings, but it's definitely sufficient to give all of us here today a good understanding and visual aid regarding what the S4 facility looked like. Now, this is the breakdown of what we'll be talking about today. I'll give you a background of Dr. Dan Burish. We'll be discussing level 4-1. We'll be talking about walking the line. We'll describe what that actually means, what it pertains to. I'm going to give you a virtual blueprint floor-by-floor walkthrough of the 9 hangar bays and all the way through the facility. We'll consider the extraterrestrial and alien craft because there is a difference. We'll talk about the Roswell craft. We'll talk about the propulsion research laboratory at S4. We'll consider the catwalk, the files department, and the cafeteria. For level 4-2, we'll consider Project Sidekick, the weapons research and development, Alice in Wonderland Rabbit, this is a good historical note, Looking Glass Device, Stargate's ERBs or Einstein-Rosen bridges, the doctrine
This
of
is the right
convergent
video.
timeline paradox. Dropping down to level 4-3, we'll consider the MJ12 residential suites, the boardroom, the culture department, and analysis department. 4-4, we'll look at the weighing pads, the biocontainment labs, badge board, and decontamination procedure. And finally, on level 4-5, which is the lower floor of the facility, we'll consider the clean sphere, the scissor lift, the lighting, the iris aperture, the kick plates, airlock, and the test, which is the totally encapsulated suit. So that's the layout of what we'll be talking about today. So who is Dr. Dan Burish? He was the youngest person ever to be elected into the Los Angeles Microscopical Society. And in 1985, he received his bachelor degree in biological sciences, and in 1986, a bachelor degree in psychology. In 1987, Dan explored the feasibility of becoming a priest here at St. Patrick's School of Theology. However, that didn't quite work out, so we actually had to bypass that. Now, in 1989, it was Dr. Edward Teller who arranged for Dan to take classes at the University of New York, Stony Brook, and he earned his PhD there. So I asked this question to all of you. Where have we seen this gentleman before? Dr. Edward Teller, where have we seen him come up in the stories of these type craft and vehicles before? It was none other than Dr. Teller who arranged for, allegedly, Bob Lazar to get his interview at EG&G at McCarran International Airport, and that's how he got his job at S4. So we have secondary independent confirmation that Dr. Edward Teller was involved. In 1991, he was employed at Desert Storm as a biowarfare expert. Now, in 1994, he received his Q clearance at S4, and he began working on something called Project Aquarius. And I will draw your attention here to the aircraft sectional chart that anyone can get at any local airport. This is something that's readily available. And if you look up here on the right-hand corner, you've got R-4808N. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most highly guarded airspace, Dreamland airspace in America.
I'm just going to maybe jump a little ahead here.
Indicated that on the trip on the 737-200 to Groom Lake, they played Neil Diamond's song Coming to America over and over and over again. So the question is, what is the encrypted symbolic message that they're playing on the airplane as you're going there? Well, under its original interpretation, that song talks about immigrants coming to America to make a better life for themselves. That makes a lot of sense. But under the direction of what happens at S4, it actually is talking about extraterrestrials coming to America and specifically coming to S4. That was confirmed by Dan Bursch as the correct interpretation. Now,
that's funny. All right. I know this is going to be better than anything that I am talking about, but because it's a little lengthy, you can watch the rest of that on Third Phase. The link is now in the chat room. It will be in the description after the show. Pretty cool stuff, actually. That J-Rod story is phenomenal. I mean, this goes on for another 40 minutes, so check it out. It's definitely worth a listen. Actually, if you've missed any of Third Phase lately, you'll see there's some longer episodes and bringing up some of the older sightings and reports that are unexplained still to this day. It's always nice to look back to see what was, because this is 2011. Now it's going to be 30 years next year, 30-year anniversary. So it's 10 years since Schratt did that. The guy hasn't aged. I think he's an alien. The guy has not aged. I know you think I'm just saying that to be cute. I surely you jest. Hold on a second. I got to do this to you. So I'm going to play it. This comes from Reddit. It's this. I am just going to play UFO. This is Ask UFO Twitter Young Guns, I believe. I don't know what to say, except if you got a barf bag next to you, you may need it. No, I'm joking. Everybody here is contributors. They're very, very nice people. Hey, my video made it in there.
We'll see more of those FLIR videos or other kinds of footages or report.
footages. That other kind of footages. Is that a word? Footages?
Course.
Is it a word? I'm looking it up. Footages. No, no such word as footages. I'm looking. It's footage. I love Neil Diamond too. Huge Neil Diamond fan. Grew up with Neil Diamond, of course. Footages, guys. That's the kind of intelligence we're working with.
Not the answer to our prayers in the UFO community, but a step forward and something that will help give us
Use your hands when you want to say something important because it makes you look more important, smart.
have a foundation to stand on when engaging the public and the community.
There, keep doing it.
Okay, so the UAPTF. Awesome, right? It's pretty sweet. I think a lot of us reacted positively to the news. I think the general public reacted with a "wait, what?" reaction, and I think most people are excited about what it represents, what it means, where things are going.
Decades. Since 1969, the U.S. government told us that
no more kimono, no more UFO Jesus. You know who this is? Fucking Ryan. Who gives a shit about Ryan?
that they are no longer interested in UFOs and that
That's a shame too. I was just getting to like UFO Jesus. But that one guy made a comment because that one guy, he went back to being just fucking Ryan.
UFOs don't represent even a semblance of a national security concern. And of course, we all knew or believed that that was a bunch of hogwash, but we were living in an environment where that hogwash was the status quo. So now we're moving into a new environment where the status quo is becoming.
I'm sorry. Intelligent people just don't act this way. All right, what's this guy? Wait. Is this the cartel? It looks like a member of the cartel is in ufology.
Into greater normalcy.
Hello, UFO Twitter. First off, I'd like to thank you all for the support you've been showing me recently, and I'd like to thank Engaging the Phenomenon for including me in this. Back in
the audio is off. Look where I stopped it. The audio is off, right? It's not matching up perfectly. So it looks like he's speaking in Spanish.
in 2017, when FLIR, Go Fast, and the gimbal video hit the mainstream media, I felt like the match was lit at that point. I'm imagining the wick of a bomb burning.
There we
and
go.
Those 3 videos were what lit that wick. And everything that has happened since that
John Wick
point until now is just the wick burning, right? It's getting closer and
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's one of these guys. He's got his hot button there. He's got his, what is that? What do they call those words? He's just going to keep saying wick. You guys, I don't know when they're going to light the wick. Have anybody seen John Wick? It's kind of like that. You never know when the wick is going to be lit, because sometime in the future, that wick is going to run out. And do you light the wick at both ends next time? Will there be a next time, John Wick? Well, we'll find out.
closer. So the implementation of the UAP task force, in my opinion, is just another section of this wick burning.
I didn't know he was going to say wick again. I didn't know. I never watched this.
The governments of the world have been looking into this phenomenon for a very long time, and they haven't always been honest with us.
Say it again.
So will this be any different?
Wick.
I think we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out, but either way, we are moving in the right direction. We are going in the right direction.
Wick.
The mass media is covering the implementation or the creation of this new task force.
Wick.
And that is a change, definitely in the right direction. If people know that there are groups dedicated to researching this phenomenon in their government,
Wick.
and that it's not some conspiracy theory, they will be more likely to accept and understand this reality.
Wick!
And I feel like that's what all this has been doing. And I feel like everything that's been happening since 2017 until now is doing that. It's pushing everyone in the right direction. It's making them more comfortable. Are they going to pull the veil of UFO secrecy away and tell us the truth? I highly doubt that.
Wick!
But I could be wrong. I never thought we'd be where we are today regarding this phenomenon. So again, like I said, we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out.
Hold on a second, Mr. Groucho Marx. Hold on a second. I never thought we would be where we are today, he said. With what?
And understand this reality. And I feel like that's what all this has been doing. And I feel like everything that's been happening since 2017 until now is doing that. It's pushing everyone in the right direction. It's making them more comfortable. Are they going to pull?
Anybody feel more comfortable? This is what happens when you get in the field and you're not smart. You think everybody's like you. If he's been in the field for 3 years or more, of course he's going to feel more comfortable. You got to think of what it's like to just be a regular Joe who doesn't follow ufology. How is that message being conveyed to the general public who doesn't give a shit? It's a very small percentage of people, but we're allowed and we want the truth. And we've got some people, we've got whistleblowers, there's evidence, but not good enough. So they're able to, keep the veil down. They're not going to lift it. I don't care what Groucho Marx thinks here.
Pull the veil of UFO secrecy away and tell us the truth? I highly doubt that. But I could be wrong. I never thought we'd be where we are today regarding this phenomenon. So again, like I said,
you never thought we would be where we are today with this phenomenon. Where are we? UFO Twitter. Rich, you don't want to watch this one. Why? It's Jess. What's her last name? Roggy Rogue. I don't fucking know.
Audience. My name's Jess Rogie. I'm a UAP researcher, host of the Rogie Report, and the news reporter for the Fringe.
Wow, I'm telling you, pretty original. The Rogie Report. There you go. Hey, GUFON's original. Don't you be teasing me about my name. Just one letter off of MUFON.
Fringe FM.
Wait, what?
I want to thank Engaging the Phenomenon for asking me to be a part of the Rogie Report and the news reporter for the Fringe FM.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I knew it. I just freaking knew it. Of course.
And I want to thank Engaging the Phenomenon for asking me to be a part of Ask UFO Twitter. So today, the question is, what do we think about the UAP task force? So I think it's a step in the right direction. We have a great deal of sightings by military personnel, and we've been having military sightings since the U.S. took to the skies in World War II with the Foo Fighters. And there have been military sightings during times of peace and times of war. I also believe perhaps the UAP task force findings will help give validation to the military personnel that have witnessed the phenomenon. Again, it's a step in the right direction. Confirming the existence of this phenomenon.
This is like watching a bad high school play. Well, that's redundant. This is like watching a play. Did you just hear the bad acting? This is bad acting. And she keeps looking at herself. I can't stand this roguey thing. Listen.
Again, it's a step in the right direction.
She's taking the William Shatner course of ufology. Again! It's a step in the right direction. I see what you're saying, and I can't do it. I was laughing inside the whole time. I can't stop looking at this face. I think she's had one of those. I'm not making fun of her. I'm just observing. I can't. And especially since it's coming from the Fringe FM, the most unprofessional thing on the planet. Okay, I got to show you what's next because you'll see why I decided to play. I can't believe this UFO Twitter world we live in. These are the people of it. It can't be the future as long as I'm alive. These people just, what's that? I know, I'm being mean. Stop being mean. You're right. I am being stupid. You're 100% right. That's my immaturity. It comes out. It's my unprofessionalism. Fuck it.
What's going on, guys? Brian Sprague here from Somewhere in the Skies and Mysteries Decoded. And thank you so much for having me on this UFO Twitter video. I'm super stoked to talk about.
Super soaked. I just got super soaked. I have a super soaker, super stoked super soaker. Super soaker, super soaker. I can't listen to another word of hers. Who else is on here? All right. Anybody good? Who's this guy might be good?
Hi, James, and all the listeners and watchers of the Engaging channel. Andy from that UFO podcast.
Hey, he's got the invisibility in his mustache too.
And just a little bit of my thoughts on the UAP task force. I think this could be a real turning point or fork in the road for a lot of the movement. In the past,
Stu Gerson, this is your long lost brother. This is him, my friend. If Stu, you're still here, this is how I envisioned our families. Verbiage.
we've had things like Blue Book, the Conding Report, and various other
UFOs anomalies, my friend. Stu Gerson, every night between 10.
government-backed initiatives
Oh, no.
that one way or another, usually one way, have been derisory or been a negative impact on the whole subject in general. However, we were never as informed back then. We didn't have social media like this. We didn't have all the great shows, podcasts, and influencers that we have now. We just weren't as informed in general.
We don't have the influences we got now. We got no influence. I just can't. I'm awful. I don't do that. I don't know where he's from. I can't. I'm too self-conscious now. It's just not a good night for me to do. When you're on, and you're off. I'm off. I'm way off. Way off. I know when I'm off. Way off. All right, hold on. All right. Okay, opinions on CE5. You guys want to see opinions on CE5? No? It's Project Unity. Yeah? All right. Yeah? No? You don't care? Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what these people. Anyway, I saw this earlier today and I thought I better let me make sure this is the one. Nah. I'll play it for a second.
Okay, so CE5 consciousness contact, non-locality, using non-local consciousness to initiate.
Perfect. Next, we will running through these. Oh, an Ascension update? No. All right. I got to play this. this is a 2-minute video, and it comes from Ruptly. And it says here, a number of self-proclaimed UFO researchers claim that a recently, 3 years ago, unearthed humanoid-shaped mummy is the latest evidence of alien life on Earth. And I'm going to play it for you. I think you may have seen this. I don't think I've ever played it. That's what's weird about this video here. So let me pull it up. I don't like the way this camera is working anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Very upset at my camera. Don't like it. Oh, Jaime, this is you. That's as loud as it gets, guys. That's Jaime's fault. That's the high dollar production of Mosan Productions. He said it has little fingers and toes.
Seguramente se van a ir descubriendo más y más diferencias cuando esto sea llevado a los lugares del más alto nivel de investigación, actividad moral. A esta, ¿por qué está cortada? Porque no hay más remedio. Tuvimos son 3 manos.
Yeah, since we can't understand it, I guess I could do closed captions, right?
Exactamente como se encontraron, es la una de las 2 especies.
Sobre todo en momias, como se ha podido demostrar y lo vamos a presentar, que tienen más de 1700 años de antigüedad. Es decir, esas momias casualmente corresponden al mismo tiempo que tienen las llamadas líneas de Nazca.
¿Por qué Sukush? Porque el quechua significa reptil.
Nadie ha demostrado que sea un fraude. Nosotros vamos a presentar las evidencias preliminares que determinarán en la visión de los medios, en la visión colectiva de la conciencia popular, la validez que tienen.
How is Jaime Maussan not in prison? So, Nicole, do you? Yeah, I'm not going to play that whole thing, but that's the interview you got with that guy coming up. That's him from Project Unity. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you if you have a way to let us know whenever that comes up, yeah, just let us know. Drop a link. We'll all be there. All right. So I got this here for you. I'm just staying on as long. I'm just going to stay on tonight until I'm done. So it may be another 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half hour. It may be another hour. So if you guys are willing to hang out, that's fine too. I'm looking at this third phase video that is pretty interesting. And I don't know why it's on a Mark Thompson channel, but it's the whole third phase video. I think they gave it to me. I don't know where I got this from. Wait a second. This is the... Oh, yeah, this is... yeah, we can't play this. Yeah, I mean, we can, but I needed to do that earlier in the show. We'll do that another night. Tomorrow, maybe. Watch light flash in the sky. Yeah, if you guys need to go, it's okay. You don't have to stay. Did we already do? Yeah, we did the satellite yesterday. Iridium flare satellite, right? That was, I believe it was John's. No, not John's. Who else? Can't think. All right, I'm going to do this for now. These are, these are a couple of UFO footage caught on tape. And there's no such word as footages, by the way. Footages doesn't exist. I know. I'm still getting messages on footages. That's not a word. And send me the link to the dictionary so I can take a look.
UFOs fascinate pretty much all of us, mainly because just the thought of an unidentified mysterious object flying around in the sky is a scary yet incredibly intriguing thought. Now, most people will never witness a UFO firsthand in their life and can only rely on other people's videos. But with the amount of UFO videos flying around on the internet, it's...
Yeah, we all loved Jaime Maussan. I loved Jaime in the late 90s. That's when he became a UFO guy. I think it was 95. Somewhere around there.
It's hard to tell which
He
ones
should
are
be in
fake
jail.
and which ones are genuine. Well, here are 5 of probably the best pieces of UFO
Remember
footage
that
out
one?
there that still have no real explanation as to what they were. Before I get started, just know that although UFOs are heavily associated with alien life, a UFO is not necessarily alien and could be a secret military project or other. Now, this base has long been known to be home of some of the US's most classified top secret projects. While the strange video was caught in the restricted airspace close to the base and was filmed by a state-of-the-art radar tracking system at a remote location on the Nellis test range known as Area S30. The object in the sky appears to be traveling away from the camera.
By the way, this is probably one of the best UFO sightings ever. Over the years, I've been trying to figure it out. I still don't know, but I have an idea. I'll talk about it after it plays.
At a distance of around 6 miles. Then, all of a sudden, it appears to come towards the camera, accelerating rapidly, then decelerating almost immediately. Investigators who examined the footage have said that it's thought that in just under 7 seconds, this object went from 50 miles per hour up to 700 miles per hour, before dropping back to 300 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. Now, the video quality is not the best, since it was filmed in 1994, but knowing it came from the airbase makes it all the more surreal. The transcript over the top of the video is the conversation between the radio transmission on the site. Take a look.
At 11? Yeah, I can't figure it out where he's at. Be advised, we're filled to capacity. What is that? I don't know. No idea. A helo? Looks like one. It's way up high. No, it's going... we acquired this unknown object, aircraft some type. We're going to put a launch up on it anyway, see what happens. It may be to hover there. It appears to be going outbound real slow. There's hardly any range velocity. I don't know if this would impact or not. We have impact. Well, call this a kill. Wait a second. We have impact. We'll call this a kill on this unknown aircraft. T1 control doesn't know what type of aircraft this is either. What? That's weird. Strange. Look at this thing.
Pretty
Oh, come on.
And experts have studied the video and are convinced the location is genuine and that it was filmed at the Nellis Air Force Base.
It morphed. It changed shape.
Which adds to its credibility. Although experts cannot confirm it's genuine, and explanations range from a helicopter to wind-blown trash to a hoax or some kind of secret weapon or craft being tested at the site. Although since the tracking systems would have been turned off on the site if they were doing a test run, this theory is unlikely. So what did you think of the footage? Do you think it was a hoax, a super secret military test that even the radio crew on the site didn't know about? Or was it some kind of alien craft?
I think, after seeing it again, that it's a weather balloon, maybe. Some sort of weather balloon satellite device. I don't know.
The California UFO.
He didn't show the best part of the sighting, though. That's the sad thing. This guy didn't show us the part where it morphed.
In November
Started to.
2015, reports, photographs, and videos appeared of a large, bright comet-shaped object with a blue-greeny tail that was spotted in the sky over Los Angeles and San Diego. When the video clips were released, they went viral and were one of the most talked about UFO cases in a while.
It's not a UFO.
Most who
That's a
witnessed it were
rocket.
confident it was some kind of alien craft. Others were in awe of this spectacular object illuminating the sky, and some were terrified that it was some sort of bomb.
It's a rocket.
Later, that the object was in fact a Trident II unarmed missile launch conducted from a submarine out in the ocean. And when she went to investigate, she apparently found this odd-looking creature in a many suggesting that it's in White Sands Desert in New Mexico. The footage seems to have been filmed from a moving vehicle and is very old, but by the way the object moves, it really does not look like a hoax.
Tic
That's not
tac.
to say it's an alien craft, but it's definitely not CGI.
Tic tac.
Take a look.
We're getting off the ground. Oh shit, we're starting to come back down. Oh God, help me. Oh God, she's breaking up. She's breaking up. Stop. She's
You can
breaking
see
up.
the glowing
She's
oval-looking
breaking up.
object appears to bounce off the ground and soar through the air, before breaking up into many glowing pieces with no apparent explosion. It really is strange, but unfortunately there is so little information on this video that I don't know what to make of it, but it sure does leave you with many questions that seems will never...
Why would it bust up like this? That reminds me of what could have happened at Roswell, but they did find part of the Roswell craft too, right? Look at that.
Mothership footage over Mexico City. This piece of footage is truly fascinating.
This is
and was caught
amazing.
by two men, Pedro Hernandez and Alfredo Carrillo, over Mexico.
Okay, a real brief thing on this. I have been trying to figure this thing out for a long time since it came out. And the only thing I could think of, it's fireworks that are timed and they somehow stay in one spot in the sky and shoot off other objects. Take a look.
Mexico City on May the 22nd,
I have no idea.
2009. Now, both men witnessed and recorded the UFO from different angles, and both have no explanation for it. In the video, you will see something unidentified releasing smaller, unidentified pieces or crafts into the sky. They all seem to be released in bursts, leading experts to suggest whether they are military or alien, they could be unmanned probes sent out to survey the area. What I find strange is how they seem to look controlled, as they are not just falling out of the sky or flying away. Although there isn't a lot of information on this, I think the footage speaks for itself. Take a look.
If this is aliens, all right, forget. Wait a second. Wait a second. See, that looks like balloons. And then it doesn't. How the hell, if that's balloons, how come that object isn't getting smaller? And there's a lot of objects that got ejected from this thing.
Pretty crazy, and it makes you wonder how the larger craft has the capacity to hold and release so many of those things. I have no idea what it could be, and apart from a few theories about this, there has never been any explanation given for the strange UFO that was caught over Mexico City. So, what are your theories?
It was crazy, didn't it
The
look?
Phoenix Lights mass sighting. Now, someone asked me a while back, have I talked about the Phoenix Lights, and I couldn't believe I hadn't talked about them before, as they are one of the most compelling mass UFO sightings ever, and there is still a lot of mystery surrounding the lights that were spotted in the sky in Phoenix, Arizona on March the 13th, 1997. Witnesses described several different sightings that night, but all involved an unexplained formation of lights. The US military have always maintained that the lights were flares dropped from their aircraft during a training exercise, but even the then state governor of Arizona, a pilot
Asshole.
himself, admitted that he didn't think the flares would fly in formation, and that to him it didn't resemble any...
Don't forget this guy way over here to the left. That's the back of the ship. And it is a boomerang shape. it's boomerang. Then it's probably triangle, goes here, comes here. I don't know.
Man-made object. There is a lot of footage out there of this incident.
There's not a lot of footage out there of this incident.
Because so many people witnessed it, but
What
this
a-
is one of the clearest.
What a liar. There's only this footage. Well, there's another one, but that was from the night before, and people always confuse it with the same night. That's why I think it's flares. Shh, flares. The flares were a distraction. That's this at 10 o'clock. And people say that this was a perfect line. That's not perfect. When you put these together, this goes down, then this one goes down, then this one, and then, yeah, it's going around maybe. But this is like not straight. It goes down, and then it goes over a little higher, then it goes down. It's not a perfect line. Oh, there's another flare. The guy says on this video, there's been a lot of footage because so many people saw it. What a crock of shit. What a liar. See? That's what people do. They don't know. They just make it up. Nobody's going to know the difference. Nobody. It doesn't matter. What else we got? One more? No? That's it? One more? No. Well, apparently we've run our course. Thank God. Tough show. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, I'll be back tomorrow on time, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Don't forget, Third Phase has a video coming out later tonight. And the documentary, we'll be getting some inside viewing of that soon, right here on GUFON. So we'll be promoting that doco when it comes to that point. I'd like to thank the super chatters, moderators, newcomers, old stayers, and truth sayers. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you could always be a Patreon. A video is going to be out tomorrow for the patrons at patreon.com/GUFON Radio. You can join the website. It's your website, not mine. It's gufon.net. It's free. You get your own page under the umbrella of the GUFON Network. Join me up on Twitter at GUFON Radio. Facebook is GUFON Network. You can actually donate to the show by, well, we got a new thing. I'll put it up in the description. You can go to PayPal. You can see it in the descriptions of any show I've done. PayPal, Phoenix Caveman. But I opened up a donation. It's called the Cash App. But anyway, it's not about that. Anyway, if you just want to help support, keep me here instead of working for the man. I would rather work for YouTube and for you than them. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. GUFOnians. Hey, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Have a good night, everybody. I know, I mean that. Seriously. I'll turn it up.